Hello viewers, good evening. Welcome to Science TV News. With me, ELVIS ODHIAMBO, in sign language talker voicing is Gideon Minor. Let us focus on what happened in the world of news today. President William Ruto has declared that Angola visitors will no longer need visa when traveling to Kenya. This announcement followed a meeting between President Ruto and Angola President João Lourenço during a two-day state visit in Kenya. Ruto attributed this change to the signing of essential agreements and trade accords between the two nations. He hailed this development as a positive step that will strengthen the ties between the people of both countries, enhancing their business interactions. Regarding trade, Ruto highlighted significant growth, with trade volume increasing from 60 million in the last 4 years to 350 million in 2022.
We have also agreed, and I have undertaken to my brother President Lourenço, that our brothers and sisters in Angola, after the signing of the instrument today, all of them, with all passports, will now need no visa to come to Kenya. And I am very happy that His Excellency the President has agreed that Angola will equally consider the same when they go back home. And Mr. President, I think it's a very positive process that will enable our people to move with their ideas, with their businesses, so that we can create a greater interaction between our two countries. Your Excellency, I am truly grateful that you considered making this first ever trip by a visit, state visit, by a head of state from Angola to Kenya.
On to our next news item. Kenya and Angola are set to re-establish direct flights between Nairobi and Luanda in a bid to enhance bilateral trade. President William Ruto noted that positive trajectory of Kenya-Angola trade over the past 4 years, but stressed the need for further potential exploration. This announcement came during a meeting between President Ruto and his Angola counterpart, João Lourenço, at State House, Nairobi, where the two leaders also expressed mutual support for Angola's Africa Union Peace and Security Council membership candidacy. Additionally, 11 legal agreements were assigned, covering diverse areas such as wildlife conservation, shipping, mining, youth affairs, agriculture, ICT, and more.
To expedite and conclude discussions on the resumption of direct flights between Kenya and Angola as a mechanism of boosting the movement of people, movement of goods, movement of services, as a way of escalating our trade numbers, which have improved significantly over the last 4 years. Our trade numbers have moved from 60 million 4 years ago to 350 million last year, and to the early part of this year. We believe that there is tremendous potential and scope for these trade numbers to go up into the billions. And we have undertaken that we will facilitate these exercises by making sure that they are not only bilateral agreements, we improve the connection between Angola and Kenya, and also working under the framework of the tripartite treaty, TFTA, and also the Africa Continental Free Trade Area to facilitate greater integration, movement of people, movement of goods, trade between our countries as we do it within the context of our continent.
On to our next news item. Leaders in Isiolo County have leveled an accusation against military officers alleging harassment of their host community in a long-standing dispute aimed at displacing locals from their ancestral land to expand training facilities for soldiers. During the Mashujaa Day celebration at the Isiolo Police Grounds on Friday, County Deputy Governor James Lowassa expressed concern that military officers were violating the law by directly confronting civilians and using threats of house demolition to intimidate them. Lowassa highlighted that the harassment by the military continued despite recent assurance from the Defense Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale that the land dispute with the Kenya Defense Forces was being addressed through presidential intervention. He also emphasized that any government agreements involving the military should be communicated through the County Commissioner's Office rather than having soldiers directly engage with local residents and issue threats of house demolition. Nicholas Lorot, MCA from Burat Ward, added that the locals were not willing to vacate their ancestral land.
Ni ambayo inahusiana na jeshi ambao wanaamuka wanaenda kwa kijiji straight na kupeana notice ya kuambia vunja nyumba na muhame kwa wiki 2. Sheria inasema jeshi hawezi kuja kuongea na mwananchi, nataka apitie kwa county commissioner apeana hiyo habari kwa mwananchi. Kwa hivyo ni hatia sana mtu wa jeshi kuja kuamrisha watu watoke. Yeye ajui historia hiyo area.
On to other news. Officers from Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, have taken into custody 2 police constables PS stationed at Eastleigh North Police Station on suspicion of attempting to extort 100,000 bribe from a local businessman. PS Rafael Nzioka and his colleague Nancy Kerubo were apprehended on Thursday after they reportedly entered a mobile shop in the bustling Nairobi neighborhood and confiscated mobile devices valued 300,000 without a valid reason. The 2 officers underwent questioning at the Integrity Center Police Station and were subsequently transported to Kilimani Police Station for detention pending further legal procedures. EACC spokesperson Eric Ngumbi confirmed the arrest, highlighting that the commission had received multiple complaints concerning cases of extortion and bribery involving police officers. Item, the National Irrigation Authority NIA has initiated the distilling of canals and collectors drain in flood-prone rice irrigation scheme in Kisumu in preparation for the anticipated El Nino rains. Kennedy Ouma, the manager of the Western Kenya schemes, has stated that this desilting operation in Ahero and West Kano irrigation scheme aims to mitigate flash floods that could impact rice farms. The authority has acquired an eviction from the maintenance of the drainage system and has also procured another evacuation for desilting collector drains and link canals through preventing farmers from suffering losses during flood events. In addition to desilting, NIA is in process of procuring new outlet pump for the West Kano irrigation scheme to facilitate water evacuation during floods.
We have started doing canal clearance so that at least now when water comes, the floods, we can easily evacuate. We are having about 1,600 acres, and now to be able to avoid losses like what happened some times back, we are prepared in terms of now we have the machineries, as you can be able to see.
Cannot expand horizontally, but they can expand vertically. We can produce and then we produce. This is going to enhance the economy of the area.
We are seeing farmers recording between 2.8 to 3 tons per acre compared to last season.
Next news item, Murang'a County residents have been cautioned against encroaching on land owned by the county government, which was originally donated by Del Monte Company Limited. County Commissioner Patrick Murang'a issued a strong warning during the Mashujaa Day celebration in Keno, emphasizing that those who trespass on this land may face arrest and legal action. The commissioner affirmed that Del Monte had allocated 1,400 acres of land to the county government for the purpose of supporting the construction of various development projects. This warning follows reports of members of the Kandara Residents Association encroaching on land near Makeji area, disrupting the ongoing construction of a level 5 hospital by the county government. Governor Kangata, on his response, urged security officers led by County Police Commander Mr. David Matthew to ensure the protection of the land against encroachments.
Ile kitu ningependa kuwatahadhari ni kwamba kumekuwa na watapeli wengi kwa mambo ya mashamba. Hata hapo Keno mimi najua kuna wale wamekuja wamefungua maofisi, wanasema wanauzia watu mashamba. Tafadhali tuwe waangalifu, tusijikute tukiwa katika hali ambao sio mzuri. Na nimeambia hata DCC maofisi kama hiyo inafungwa mara moja, iache kuwahadaa watu.
Our vision is a Murang'a that thinks for that poor, vulnerable family. We also believe in equality and equity, so that we craft development in a manner that ensures every part of Murang'a gets development equally. That explains why Kangata Care, the recruitment was made in each and every primary school. That way, there is no single person in Murang'a who will say he was discriminated against. It is on that basis we introduced community projects, and we gave equal money in all 35 wards in Murang'a County.
On to our final news item. Parents have been urged to keep a close eye on their children against improper behavior and online children sexual exploitation and abuse. Fr. Vincent Alicho, the Reverend Priest of the Sacred Heart Catholic Church that runs St. Anthony Claret Nursery and Primary School in Shanzu, says discipline is the cornerstone of a successful life. The Catholic-run school, with a population of 150 learners, relies on technology to interact and monitor the progress of their learners on holidays through their parents.
We want to give a kind of a holistic training to our children. They attend their school, the discipline we give to them, the teachers, everyone up and doing, and then we celebrate Mass for them on the day of the Mass. They pray every day, and we just want to mold. We just want to mold. Anyone coming out from our school, we want a child who is all round in every aspect of life.
We have spiritual nourishment every Wednesday. We have our morning Mass, and on Saturday. After every lunch, we have our rosaries where we meet as a community, where we draw our strength to move on.
We introduce our learners to know how to live in an ecosystem that is very clean. So we have tons of going around to our environment to clean up. So a learner inside here learns how to clean up the environment outside. And even their parents at the end of the day, they come to appreciate the nature of the education that we impart in these youngsters.
That is all we had prepared for you here at Science TV. Thank you for your valid company. I have been your host, ELVIS ODHIAMBO, and sign language interpreter voicing is Gideon Minor. Continue enjoying our subsequent bulletins and content that we have here for Science TV. Follow us on our social media platform, and thank you for valid company. I hope you enjoy your night and have a lovely time. Good night, sleep well, and see you the same time tomorrow. Bye bye.